This time last year, I was asking you what it was like to be up with the big kids after being used to you being kind of the young group, and now you're getting ready for your last off season.
Yeah, that's everything. It really hit right here though, cause this is my last time trying out for the team. It's gonna be like my last time doing everything in high school, so gotta go out with a bang.
Some of that kind of hit you today, you said?
Yeah, like, for real. When I was on them, right now I was like, dang, this is my last time. This is my last time working out, or my last time trying out with the team. So.
How'd you feel about the day overall? You guys show up and like all the old bootleggers are here with Camp Hardy, and then Malik's back out here trying to get some work in and stuff.
Yeah, it was good to meet up with the guys, with the guys. You know, I still got a lot of work to do. I'm still a little rusty. I ain't work out in like 3 weeks after the season was over. But I'm gonna be back in the lab. This is really like my first day, so I'll just see where I was, just coming out the strength. Coming out of the bed and all that, you know, just resting my body. But right now I'm gonna get back to work, get back to the grind, you know, back to the usual. During quarantine, I was working out and all that. It's back to the grind now. Yeah. But come back and see, link back up with the guy. It was cool. Get back up with Kamari and Malik and Jacoby, just start names like that. It was cool, you know. I was with Coy, you know, Jamie came over here. I was with TJ and his brother. It was fun, you know, just linking back over the guys.
You mentioned some of the work ahead, whether it be in 7-on-7 wise or drills or whatever. Like, what are some things this off season that you're really kind of hoping to kind of put some focus into and come back for senior year?
Well, everything could be critiqued, you know. I could. But mainly what I'm working on, I'm gonna focus on this off season is my speed, agility, and my route running, because you could get so good at route running and stuff like that. So I just want to get better and be very polished for my senior year and going forward in the process. So that's what I'm looking for.
You mentioned the process beyond senior year. You just released that top 10 colleges list. Take me through some of those. What stood out about some of those schools that had that group be the kind of top for you?
Well, I'll go to God, and you know that was my top 10. But it was all about the love, you know, all about people that checking up on me, seeing what I'm doing each day, how my day going, just keeping it up with me, and just seeing and really looking at. I was looking at like the how the offense was used, and if I can't get the ball, then I'm trying to go beyond the next level than after college. So if I was looking at clearly the offenses and how I'll fit myself in that offense. So I picture those 10 schools in the offense, in my system. So, but in their system, to be honest with you. So that's how I pick my top 10, and also the love that they showed me.
I'm sure you know I'm going to ask you LSU stuff being down here in Louisiana. Their offense was historic record-setting a year ago, and then comes back, and obviously a lot of turnover. Yeah. What did you see from this year's group that has them still stand out as a place where you could see yourself making a lot of plays?
Well, I see a lot. I seen Coy and Keyshawn Butte. Yeah, I seen them, and seeing them start as freshmen, I'm like, man, I could do the same thing. I got the potential to do the same thing. So I was glad to see them perform the way they perform, and you know, just leave the guys' hand and see my decision making.
Mississippi State's another one that's always been close. Coach Mason is some, and you had a chance to see them with a new offense this year.
Right.
What did you think about what you saw from them and Mike Leach's first year?
Well, I see that Mike Leach doesn't care where the ball is and what down it is. He's gonna throw the ball. I seen that with my very two eyes. So it was very interesting. It was probably like tempting and like dude, just run the ball type deal, but he doesn't care. He's throwing the ball. It's called an air raid for a reason. He's throwing the ball. It could be 4th and 20. He throwing the ball. It could be any down. He just throwing it. So I was glad to see that, because I could fit myself into that system too as well.
What was it like to see the year that Big Bro had up there, getting some more opportunities and and tackling anything that moves pretty much.
And showing and then put himself on the map, to be honest with you. When he played LSU, he led the team in tackles. Really, that was his big step up and like his big come out break. And I was proud of that dude. And ever since then, he's just been in the pop. Cause like every time he on TV, you just see him pop up on TV. You just see him all over the place. So I was happy for him, and I just want to picture myself like that, but on the opposite side of the ball.
When you guys talk about college type stuff, what is his biggest advice to you about being in this point where you are now, where you're trying to sift through these final schools?
He said, well, at this point, you already know you're going to college. Practice like you in college. Go 100% every day, and just don't take it lightly, because this is a business. This is what you got. This was gonna get you out. This was gonna get you pay my mom and dad and put them in brand new houses. Even though we already blessed to be in a house that we're in, but we don't have to make them work in the morning. So he said to use that motivation and just be you and just work.
Does he talk about wanting you in Starkville, or does he leave that alone?
You leave it alone. See, we don't really get into conversation like that, but I mean, he brings it up time to time, but you don't really get too deep about it. So,
how much do you hear from people locally about wanting you to stay in state and be right down the road? Do you hear a lot of that from the community?
Yeah, I hear a lot from down here, because Savion Jones, he's committed to LSU, so people be like, why you just gonna save me? And why you just go right there to Baton Rouge? So I just tell them I don't know, because honestly I really don't. That's the big thing, and that's what people really. I don't think people really understand that, but I really don't. I really don't have no clue where I'm going as of right now. But I just keep it quiet. I just play the crowd.
You mentioned people saying you should go to school with Savion. What does Savion say? Does he say you should come to school with him?
Yeah. He said, man, just might as well come with me, man. We gonna be, we grew up 4 years together. Another 4 years, well, probably 3, because we trying to make it to the top. So, but yeah, he said stuff too.
I told y'all after I had him on, like the Louisiana versus y'all channel, and he was talking about his video game prowess, I'd give you a chance to respond to that. Is he better than you when you guys get on the games, or?
No, you can't. See, the Savion plays Call of Duty, and he plays like racing games and stuff like that. I don't play that. I mean, I play Call of Duty, but I don't play that. I play Madden and stuff like that, but he can't beat me at Madden. He played 2K, so I don't play 2K, because 2K just not 2K no more. So